everybody, Lisa here with Rosie for another Vera Bradley bag of the day. Today she's feeling very snuggly, but it won't last. She's snuggly the moment I hit record, and then she runs off, and there she goes. Okay, good. As long as she's still, otherwise it's gonna look like I'm having a little mini earthquake. She rocks my camera. I thought I would, well, as I'm always saying, haul happens, and so I thought I would talk about I'm combining some stuff, and then also hopefully trying to split things into two videos, because I know it's a lot to ask people to sort of sit down and watch, like a 40-minute video or whatever. It's too long. People are busy. And so it's little bits and pieces. They combine easily, and then they also kind of split up easily. So hopefully I'll get a chance to do the second video. I'm not sure. But at least I'll get this one in. And this has the online outlet sale stuff and the OOS and Zulily sale stuff. I've already sent back 3 things that I ordered in the online outlet sale. I returned them to the store for pattern placement reasons. One was the essential oils case. I don't know if people are familiar with that. And I got it in Merry Mischief, and the pattern placement was just so poor that it wasn't worth keeping, and I didn't get a chance to do the video before returning it. But people are familiar with that. It's sort of about this long, and it's like a sort of oblong rectangular case. And what I like about it is that the inside is a coated cotton, and that seems to give it a bit of structure that's kind of nice, without having that PVC plastic lining in there. And it does have, I don't use essential oils, so I was going to repurpose it for like cords and charger cords and things like that. And inside it has a couple of strips of elastic that are sort of tacked down to keep the essential oil bottles in place, and I was just going to snip that out. I might try to get one in the future and see what kind of pattern placement I can get, but it was just not worth it. It was really bad pattern placement. And also sent back another one of those zip around like makeup brush cases that I had gotten one in a previous online outlet sale, and I showed it in a video, and I just liked that so much that I thought I would get another one. And again, pattern placement was just really bad. And I also got the Reactive Hipster and Garden Picnic, the reactive version of Garden Grove. And when I first took it out of the package, it had this nice watermelon on it. That's what I was going for. But then when I put it on, the drape of the fabric caused the watermelon to sort of disappear, and so I didn't want to keep it. And I forgot about the giant ants in that print. I still don't know who thought that was a good idea. It's just kind of like an ick factor I couldn't get over if I wasn't going to get my good watermelon. So that went back. But that does seem like a good size. That I'm not really a hipster person, but that did seem like a good size. But I did end up keeping this. So, still sort of on this Foxwood tear, because Foxwood is in the online outlet sales now. And so I decided to try this. This is the Lay Flat Cosmetic, but I wasn't thinking of it for toiletries or cosmetics. I was thinking of it for to repurpose it for tech, for my large iPad and my mini iPad. And I thought I could use it for travel. And the iPad, the large iPad, does just fit in here, but not in its tablet sleeve. But once I got both things in here, since it's not designed for that, they're kind of swimming around. There's like a lot of air around them. They kind of felt loosey-goosey, and I just had this vision of them like knocking against each other and not in a good way. And so I'm not going to use it for that. So I was kind of bummed when I was thinking, oh, well, I'll return this, but I just can't bring myself to return it with that box. What are the odds that I would get, for me, the odds that I would get such a good Fox, on an order, something I'm ordering, sight unseen. It's just, they're so slim. I just feel like, how can I return this? So that is the only critter on here, however. But I'm going to try to work with it. I might, use it for travel and see, as an alternate style to the, if people have seen my videos where I travel to my dad's, I'm always using the travel cosmetic, which is a factory outlet style, sort of like a train case. And I like that, but it has a very different shape. And so I was thinking, well, maybe sometimes in my luggage or my packing, I'm going to want something that's sort of narrower and can just slip into a narrow space on the side of a bag or something. And so, maybe I'll want this at some point. Or I could use it to travel with yarn because it is plastic lined. So it has a protective, element to it. But, it's probably comparable to like a large cosmetic, a regular large cosmetic in size. And it's got that front zipper pocket. And it's got this one zipper pull zip where it, opens and lays flat, which is great. And then it has these two, mesh panels that unzip. The thing about, anything Foxwood, that lays flat, that opens and lays flat, like my duffel that I showed in a recent video at my dad's, is that then you can really open up the thing and enjoy the lining, the Foxwood Menagerie lining. You can see this is plastic lined. Both sides are plastic lined. The panels, I'm finding the panels, at least for the clothing, when you use it for like in the duffel, they really work nicely to keep everything in place. So I'm hoping maybe that'll happen here, although, it'd be different with bottles or toiletries. They might slip around more. But, oh, that reminds me, this makes me think of, to mention, if people aren't aware, they've just added back to the custom fabric section of the website the Foxwood Menagerie Blue. So it's like this, but it's a blue version. And the Foxwood Blue, which is just like this, only different color scheme. And it's got like a soft navy background color. They've added that back, and a few other new fabrics they've put back, or they're not completely new, like Charcoal Medallion they put up there, but they put Cheerful Snails back with its corresponding lining, which is, like Happy Snails, that's a vintage pattern, only, different color scheme. And that, see, now, I feel like I'm always talking about this stuff. I'm always like shouting into the wind. They need to give you a trim option in the custom fabric section, because with a pattern like Cheerful Snails, where there was trim, and the trim on the exterior was where the snails were. Otherwise, the snails are in the lining. So, you've got this pattern now, Cheerful Snails, that's back in the custom fabric section, but the only way you get snails is if you use the coordinating lining. Which you could use on the exterior if you wanted to, but I mean, that was what was nice about the coordinating trim with that pattern, that was where you got the snails on the outside. But they have, I think this is a step in the right direction, they have put a label on some of these newer fabric, like under the fabric, the pattern swatches. They are saying that some of them are limited time. They label them limited time. And so that's nice. So Foxwood Menagerie Blue is one of those, and the Foxwood Blue is one of those. Charcoal Medallion is one of those, limited time. There are a couple of others that they added back. And so, I think, I don't know what they're going to do, but I feel like they still need to give you a heads up when they're going to be pulling a fabric, So like 2 weeks before they're going to take a fabric down, they should tell people it's coming down. This way people can get their orders in if they haven't already. But at least the fact that they're saying it's limited time, sort of clues you in and makes you say, like, okay, I got to do this now. So if anyone was sorry they had missed out on the Foxwood Menagerie Blue, I would say go for it right now. I do show that in a video because that was my first custom tote. Although that video is kind of a tearjerker because I made that tote after I lost my dog Duke, and so that was my first video back after a while of not making videos, and my first video back after he had died. So I was kind of emotional, and it's, you know, maybe not the most fun video to watch, but I do show that bag in other videos I have about some of my custom bags. And I have a playlist for my custom bags that people can look around there. But I do show those Foxwood blue and menagerie blue patterns for anyone interested. So, but you know, that's what's so great about this too, is right, you open this flat and then you just get to enjoy this great lining. I have trouble resisting this lining. It's a great lining, great pattern. And so then, you know, keeping with that theme, you know, I went for this, which I don't usually find, this is not an appealing item to me because I have no interest in this plastic exterior pouch. I actually find it kind of off-putting. I don't like it, and it's got these pleather handles. I'll probably never use this. But what was driving it was the pouches inside. So since it was, you know, on sale, you know, for cheap, I thought I would give it a shot. I didn't get any on this particular pouch, so it's kind of bummed. No critters, I mean. But I still like this. It's like a smaller clamshell, and I like a clamshell structure. I like the structure of a clamshell pouch because it kind of opens wide, and because the base is wider than the top, and so I feel like that gives it more stability. So I do like that. Just a plain black lining. I thought I might use this for like as an alternative, like charger cord pouch things in my bag. And so there's that one, and then this one, I was pleased with this. Got a rabbit on this. This is sort of like an honor roll case, and I thought I would switch it out with my Havana Rose one that I use in my bag for pens and stuff. I might try to use this because that one sort of folds in, the ends kind of fold in on themselves from the way it was stored and shipped and whatever. So I thought I'd give this a shot and see if maybe it holds its shape better in my bag. And if not, I will use it for something else. And then this one, this was really what was making me want this thing, because I wanted a pouch with the menagerie fabric on the outside. Plus, I like this shape. I like this kind of chubby, square, rectangular pouch. You know, it seems kind of sturdy and stable, like it's not going to flop around when I put it down on my countertop or something. And you know, it's so great to get all these animals. And this, you can sort of see the range that you get here. There's more than one bird in this pattern. You've got 2 birds there. And this little critter looks like a field mouse or something. And then you've got the chipmunk. And of course a fox. And a rabbit. I love the coloring on the rabbit here, that it's sort of that very pale blue. I like it when they go a little less literal with the coloring for their animals sometimes. It works well. Works well here. So very pleased with that. And the inside of this is, all the insides on these are just lined in plastic, and they're solid black nylon. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I guess I could put yarn in here. That's always my default. I'll just put yarn in there. Okay, so that's my online outlet stuff, the stuff that I kept. Then with the Zulily stuff, this I got, I feel like there's more than one version of this. The pattern was not driving me here. It was the item itself that was driving me. And this is Rosy Garden Picnic. This is the Packable packing cube set. I like this pattern, don't get me wrong. I love that it doesn't have big insects in it. That's always a plus. But the pattern wasn't driving me here, so even though, you know, I would have liked to have gotten maybe some better watermelon, you know, it doesn't matter. It was the usage that was driving me with this, because in my recent video, a recent video I was talking about, I will go to my dad's, and in New York City, they seem to have this new law or something where they're not, at grocery stores, they're not giving you plastic bags anymore. They want to encourage people to, you know, reuse bags for their groceries. And so, you know, my dad is old school, and he's also Italian, and I'm sure the Italians out there can relate to this. I mean, if you're Italian or Italian American, you save plastic bags. You grew up with a huge bag of plastic bags like under your kitchen sink. And so I have one now, and I had one growing up with my parents. And so we just, you just reuse those plastic bags, use them for garbage or whatever. And so that's what my dad was doing. And so, now that he's not getting those bags, his supply is going to dwindle. And I noticed the last time I was there that it was, dwindling. And also that he's trying to reuse those plastic bags. And they're very flimsy, and they tear easily. And so when I go to my dad's and I forget to bring something to put my dirty laundry in, and so I'd be taking one of his plastic bags, and now I feel bad doing that. I don't want to do that because I know he needs to save them, because he's not replenishing his supply. And so I'm going to get him some reusable, I already have gotten him one, but I'm going to get him some more reusable shopping bags. But in the meanwhile, I thought I still don't want to go there and be taking his plastic bags. And so that's what this is for. So I can put the larger one will work for my, any dirty shirts. And then I guess I'll bring another one. I was hoping I only had to bring one, but I can see they're kind of, they're not as deep as I thought they would be. And so I think I'm going to need a separate one for my dirty underwear or whatever. So the dimensions they're all 4 inches deep, and the large one is 8.5 by 12 1/4, and the medium is 8.5 by 7, and the small is 8.5 by 5 1/4. So maybe not as big as I would have envisioned, but I'm going to give it a shot. Hopefully it'll work. I like the cherries, and I like the apple with the bite taken out of it. The strawberry's nice too. I think that, I feel like there's more than one version of this, because I know, there's the New Hope Girls version of this on the white ground. This is very pink. I do like it better on the white, but it's fine. And then there, of course, was the throw. The throw looked a little bit different. But like I said, at least none of these have insects. Yeah, that hipster with the big giant ants, I couldn't deal. Could not deal. Then one of the other Zulily things I got was this. I'm not super crazy about this pattern. I got this more for the shape of the item. And this is the round coin purse, and it's owls. Yeah, just owls. I'm not going to use this for coins because it's too shallow. I feel like this zipper, which, goes across half of the circle. I just feel like if you've got a lot of coins in there, it feels like you could open that and some stuff might fall out. It just doesn't, I like a bigger square-ish coin purse. But I was thinking I would use this for, I have a set of earbuds that still have a cord. And so I thought I would use this to travel with that. So I think it'll work well for that. And the last thing I got from Zulily was this reader's case. Now, what are they calling it? Oh, right. This is that thing, the band that came around it, the belly band, says Kids Optical Case. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, are my glasses even going to fit in here? But they do, they fit. This is French Paisley. When I ordered this, I was like, I'm going to order it because I want another reader's case. But, I'm not getting my hopes up for birds. I mean, what are the odds? It's such a small thing that I'm not picking out in person. I'm going to get a bird. It's just not going to happen. And I was really preparing myself for that. And so when I opened it and saw that bird there, I was so happy. And there's one on the back, the underside. So that's nice. Really, really, perfect. I mean, I couldn't have asked for anything better. And this is nice too, this shape there. It's just a really, really lucky, just like perfect bit of the pattern there for this type, with the item that it is, Could get something and it might not look so great because it's sort of an oddly shaped item, The back is nice. People aren't aware there's a 30% off sale on the regular website now, 30% off everything except Disney and custom and Harry Potter, all the stuff you would want to be on sale is never on sale, is not on sale. But everything else is on sale, including 30% off of the sale stuff. But, you know, you could get French Paisley if you were, you know, interested. It's on sale now. Very pretty. Very pretty. So anyway, that was it. My online outlet sale and Zulily stuff. And hopefully, oh, that didn't take me too long. Hopefully now I might have to change my camera a little bit because I have bigger things. But we'll see if I can squeeze in another video with the rest of the stuff. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully see you next time on Vera Bradley Bag of the Day.